Welcome back to Popcorn Planet. We are live, and my gosh, we have so much to talk about, but I want to lead back with our top stories today because we have a lot to go through. But I want to do a follow-up on this bombshell revelation from House Inhabit. Jessica Krause put together a really damning piece that not only exposes Amber and Elon and the cuddle parties and things they're doing, talks to a lot of witnesses and people who are involved in these scenes, and painted a picture of Amber as a madam like Maxwell. Like, this is crazy. Like, I always knew, there was stuff going on. It was bad. But the way this reads, Tasha, Cara Delevingne, all these people, even Elon, I feel like, was brought into this. We're all sort of in this weird game and world that Amber was sort of sitting on a throne in, as she was, to quote here, displaying, acts, X-acts, to a room full of men watching. Everyone knew the girls were there for hire to entertain socially inept billionaires. This is a damning charge. Now, I talked about this morning. We rode through a lot. Hopefully you guys have checked it out. Please share that video. Let's get the word on that. But I wanted to have a longer form conversation with the chat and with my panel here. I want to go to you, Kim. I'll go to you first. What do you guys, what is your reaction to this big reveal? As a lot of people, I think, you guys have watched. You saw the first video. You've read this piece. Kim and Steph, I know you have. Do you buy this? Like, is this something that, obviously we don't know the sources directly, but I can say again, and I've told these, Kim and Steph, I have sources who are saying, yeah, this is true. Yes, this happened. I told you, Andy. Like, I've had them again since this video this morning. So what is your reaction to this, Kim, when you hear this?
I mean, there is a large part of me that doesn't want this to be true, because if it is, the implications of it are just horrific. And as a survivor myself, and as they go into detail about the story that Gia shared, the anonymous woman in this article, of being given a pill and then not remembering anything after, I mean, that type of thing breaks my heart. And this is very serious. And if it is true, I really, really hope that, knowing that there are so many people now that are aware of it, and that Amber wasn't believed in the court of law, that they would consider coming forward. Because I think if they did, they would have a lot of support behind them, of people in the general public probably backing them up. And I hope they would feel comfortable enough to do that if that's what they wanted to do. But the problem is, every time I try to go, like, that's crazy, something connects in my head and I go, but that makes sense.
Yep.
But it makes sense. But it makes sense. And that is so depressing. And I was reading clips of it last night, and I just had this moment of, like, how did we even get here? I can't believe that this is where we are 2 months after the trial, that we're looking at this. It's just wild. It's absolutely wild.
Steph?
The first reaction I had reading this is, oh my goodness, Elon Musk is more of a survivor than we ever thought. Than we ever thought. Of course, so much focus on Johnny Depp, don't get me wrong, but it seems like, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, Elon Musk has gone through an horrific nightmare with Amber the Turd, but just in a different way. Because, he's coerced, he's cajoled, whether it's through, from what I read, substances of whatever kind, to go to these parties with his associates of business, this, that, and the other, and she gets them there, and then she's taking pictures allegedly based on this, and photos, and filming it, and everything, and, it's blackmail queen. Like, it literally says, people are, like, literally calling her the blackmail queen. It's like, oh my, he's in a bind. No matter what Elon does, if this is to be true, Elon is screwed. He's in a bind. He's backed into a corner, potentially, of Amber's making. It's That's horrific. And then the other thing that really got to me was there was a story about she got into a relationship with a lass, fair enough, all right. Got her out to LA, and at that point, the that lass was under the impression, they were in a relationship, everything was fine, everything was hunky dory, blah blah blah. But then slowly but surely, Amber manipulated her into becoming an escort or something along those lines. Um, which what the hell? And then with that same lass, at one point there was a party, and this lass is described as, she's wearing this really lovely dress and it's beaded, and she was so proud wearing it. And she came with this actor, and Amber took one look at her, absolutely got into like a jealous fit, completely screamed at her in front of everyone, tore the dress, like shredded it to pieces. And it's like, wow, like, it's just the amount of control, manipulation, nastiness. You think it couldn't get any worse with Amber. Apparently it can, guys. And I kind of feel sorry for Elon Musk, even more so now.
Well, I want to talk about that because I do too, in a way, and I see a lot of commenters already jumping on this. Like, let's be clear. Elon was hosting parties. Elon was definitely a responsible party in a lot of this. So when I say I feel bad for him, I want to add a huge asterisk in that I don't think the man's fully innocent either. So I don't know if you agree, Steph, but this doesn't absolve Elon of all his sins. However, I do think there's a much seedier part of this where there's a version where, yeah, maybe Elon was having consensual weird parties. He's allowed, guys. There's nothing wrong with that. You can just like it, but that's allowed. But it sounds like Amber got in and started just really taking over. And there were instances where in this article that sort of read out about Elon specifically, where, I'm trying to find the specific part. He would video her. She would video him, rather, to try and catch him, to basically use things to her advantage. And just basically was using him and tricking him to get things. And there's a part later in the episode, in the thing, where it's like, there's a few parts about Elon. And I agree, like, I don't think Elon's the perfect person by any stretch of the imagination. But I agree with you that, like, there's a part here where it's like, this character Gia, the name they're using, was sort of parenting Elon, with Amber, like the kids and stuff, and like it was all, and Elon was an amazing father and taking time and was there for them, and things I've never heard really be seen or said about him. He was wholesome during these visits, a more relaxed Elon in a domestic setting. He was a dotting parent, engaged and attentive whenever his children were around. She said she was surprised by what an amazing father he was, sitting sometimes for hours playing video games and cards with the boys while her cooked dinner and set the table. But the partying dominated their off time. The drugs fueled the worst in both, igniting erratic temper in her, frantic paranoia. And then when he realized she was cheating, he was bugging her houses and tracking her cars with a Tesla. Again, things we had heard Jennifer Howell say about this. He shouldn't be doing that. He shouldn't be doing, like, this guy's not perfect. But when I see some of this stuff of, like, earlier in the article, the stuff about the fact that she was basically getting him effed up. She was effing him up with, substances or whatever, and then basically film him and keep the video as sort of, I got you now type of attitude. Here it is. I'm trying to find it. She would put these people in these compromising situations, and these videos were really important people. Here it is. Rumor's always been she has some dark stuff on him, and that's why he's indebted. It's not surprising to anyone who knows her. Amber was always filming him. She had a method. She had it down. She would get Elon really effed up so incriminating events could transpire, and then film it all. The reprehensible amount of damage she has done to so many people. There's also not a doubt in my mind that she has so much S on all of Elon's friends and other men that worked with him. I mean, I saw her take photos of these parties, people in power that have families and corporations, charities, etc., that would get in serious trouble. She's the blackmail queen. Now, look, we should be clear. F these people who are doing shitty stuff behind the scenes. Like, I'm not rooting for them. I'm not rooting for them by any stretch of the imagination. And some people could say, well, Amber's doing good, right? She's exposing and using these men who are being debaucherous. What's the harm? But I don't know. Blackmail? That's gross. That's gross. And to me, they're all debaucherous. They're all going to be exposed. And what the trouble here is, because she's apparently got all this dirt, like Maxwell, like it's a very now the parallels are connecting. That's why people are protecting her. That's why the truth's not coming out. And it's scary. So there's a part of me that feels bad for anybody who gets blackmailed, because that's shady. You shouldn't be doing that. It's not good behavior. But at the same time, clearly these people did stuff that they should have been smarter about. And now she's going to use it over their heads. So at the end of the day, who's worse? I think it's Amber, in my opinion, because she was privy to it. She was involving herself to it. And then she's using it for her own advantage to get what she wants and use these people and maybe like drunken moments of weakness. That's gross. That is effed up gross. So I just want to clarify it all. Like, I feel free to respond again, but I don't want to say Elon's a victim and like, oh, poor Elon. Like, Elon's put himself in a lot of these situations. But I do think there's a using factor that Amber's done to him that's put him even more weight on probably a guy who's made mistakes, who's now drowning in them because of the company he kept and the woman who's, using him to her advantages. That's never good. That's never a good thing. So yeah, I have a little empathy now more than I did if this is all true. Do you agree, Steph? Do you hear what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying. Is Elon completely innocent? I don't think so. No, but if you just, just before what I'm seeing on the screen right now, which is these messages, it literally says, she would get Elon effed up. And then, as he's doing things, when he's completely like under, what is it, of her making, because she got him based on, what's being said here, allegedly. It's like, okay, so allegedly what this article is saying is that Amber dosed Elon to then get him into compromising situations that he would never have normally have done if he wasn't, if he wasn't, that's wrong. I think Amber's way worse than Elon, if that is the case, and if that actually did happen, and if she actually did that to Elon, because it's the intent of not only just completely dosing him up, but to then get him into compromising positions that he wouldn't have been in otherwise, to then take pictures and videos so that she can use it against him as blackmail, this, that, and the other. What the absolute hell? And the other thing that's just popped into my head right now, out of all of this, is these kind of parties that, this article, House Inhabit, is, kind of describing, this, that, and the other. There will have been a lot of crazy shiz going on, right? Let's put it this way. It has been alleged, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, that Amber took at least potentially part of her story from Kate James. When it comes to, let's say, the bottle incident, right? Firstly, you can't make, I don't know, it's very, how do I put this? The bottle incident is very, very strange. Why a bottle, right? First and foremost. Very, very strange. I wonder, and this is just me opining, conspiracy theory, whatever, because I don't want to get in trouble. I wonder if maybe she knew that happened to someone else, whether it was consensual or not. And then she took that on board from these parties. A lot of crazy shiz went down according to all of this. Bottle could have been one of them. She may have heard about it and then used that in her stories as well. It's kind of where my head's at. Insane? Am I mad? Am I going crazy? Am I looking into it too much? Like, oh no.
I mean, I want to also stress, because you brought it up, like, regardless of who's worse, Elon, they all have their issues. But again, I want to say it again. Billionaires are allowed to have consensual parties like that. If everyone there wants to be there and they're going to do their kinky stuff, who am I to judge? Like, I'm not. That's what's frustrating about this. They may be doing it behind a partner's back. There's moral stuff that's not, I'm not going to be approve of or like, but honestly, it's none of my damn business if it's all consensual between adults. Like, I'm not here to call out affairs and shit. It's like, Whatever, that's you. That's their partner's issue and their issue and their karma to deal with, right? If that's really what they're just doing, is just having a bunch of hanky panky and weird settings. Well, then who freaking cares, right? The problem in this story, as I read it, is her using these guys, as some of you were even saying, that it's called like honey. It's a honey pot, right? Where you basically bring a guy in to trick, and then you're entrapping them, and you're like setting it up for like, and who knows how old these people were in these parties? But Amber was allegedly bringing people, and it seems like not telling, and then now taking pictures of, oh well, that person was not of age. And it's like, well, what the hell are they doing here, right? Is really what's probably happening. But Amber's doing it on purpose, it seems, how I read this, to just trick them. So it's like, I got you on camera with someone who wasn't of age and you didn't check. Haha, you're screwed. Like that type of attitude, that's scary shit. And then it's Amber who's bringing them in and doing it. And that's effed up. And then let's not forget, she's Cosbying these women. Like she's literally slipping pills in their mouth. And they're waking up like not knowing what the hell happened. This Gia person talks about multiple instances where she wakes up like in a haze. And I remember her kissing me and nothing else. And then, yeah, here's a morning, lovely. Had to rush out, make yourself at home. Like, what? Like, that's not okay. She talks about how she later in the thing, right? She wakes up like Daisy. She was scared for her life. I'd wake up in the struggling to regain a steady sense of consciousness. A fog so heavy she compared it to coming out of anesthesia. I knew if I continued this way, I might not wake up. I don't know what she gave me, but I knew my life was probably in danger when I was alone with her. Dude, this is awful.
That's scary. That's awful. That should disturb you.
So, I mean,
and that's
that we're stuck up on the parties and Elon and all this, but it's like let's not lose attention of a woman. Now, again, this is an allegation. We don't know this is. It is one allegation. We have to hear the other side of things, even if it's Amber, But I assume she's gonna say no. But the note and everything, it's just all this adds up. Kim, go ahead. Here's an example, right? If someone we despise, Amber, but we're supposed to have due process and give everyone the benefit of the doubt, and you have this allegation come in with witnesses, etc., and it fits the MO of everything we've heard her do with others. How do we react to this?
I mean, I think the best thing we can do is just continue to have a public dialogue of, if this is true, that these people can come forward to law enforcement, that they won't be shunned from people or anything like that if they come forward, that we will believe them if they do come forward. This needs to be addressed for sure. And this isn't even like an opinion. This is just the way that it is. If someone is drugged, they cannot consent. Any activity without consent is SA. Hands down. It's over. It's done. There is no gray area on that. So what we're looking at here is potentially repeated SA with one person who has been brave enough to come forward in what seems to be a culture where this was almost normal. So we can't, we have to be careful with our language. We can't say that this is 100% true until we have more things confirmed. And if she did do this, if Amber did do this, I want to see it in court, same as anybody else. As I've said from the very beginning, abuse has no gender. And I want to support survivors. I want to support Gia, if this is true. And I want to, and I will be the first, if this is disproven, to be like, someone lying about this and trying to bring Amber down like this, if this is not true, is disgusting. Because nobody deserves that. We just need to be fair. We got to be fair. And I'm trying to keep myself in that mentality.
I mean, this article is deep, guys. It's heavy, and
Yeah.
there's a lot in it, and it's a lot of it is hearsay. Let's be
Objection,
honest.
Yes.
hearsay.
It is hearsay, and I know a lot of us are reacting emotionally, and just we have to be better than this. We have to take this as we will. I hear it, and it's not a surprise to me, and it frustrates me because I'm even getting text right now, like, yeah, this article's real. Like, so it's hard for me because it's not just like I'm hearing one person's account and making a judgment call based on that. I'm doing it with the basis of everything we've learned about this trial, all the lies she's previously told, a lot of separate people who are connected to this world and this what they were doing. My opinion, my conspiracy theory, my whatever, right, Steph? I buy this. I buy this. Does it mean it's true? No. So be careful. We all need to be careful, especially legally. This is, look, that's another thing that needs to be said. And I got to give Jessica Krause of House Inhabit props. This is dangerous shit to print about. Like, to put yourself
Yes,
out
it
there
is.
like she's doing right now in exposing this, and to just be making it up and not feel confident in the sources and doing due diligence, like, that's dangerous. And I've said this, and I even have told her, I don't like Jessica and going off in House Inhabit on her Britney conspiracies. It frustrates me. But even when she does it, it does feel like she's just, making it clear she's speculating on things, and she's doing it in her stories. When you put an article out, which she's now made this not even be on a paywall, she's publicized this. She's
Yes.
putting herself in a huge target for defamation, a lot of things. Now, she's probably protected because it's a lot of this person said this and this person said that, so she probably will get away with it. But still, think about it. She's basically saying, and she's also, she's made it clear in her stories, there's more to come. Like, she's got more audio, photos, etc., more witnesses that have come forward, and she's slowly rolling this out. This takes guts to put out there, I got to say. And even I usually would hesitate, but now you guys have empowered me to not be as afraid because we got you guys. But we should be a little afraid. Keep supporting, keep doing everything you can. Follow us on our other, follow our link trees and follow us on our other platforms, because the truth is, these are powerful people. And I'm not one to like talk about Pizzagate conspiracies and Tom Hanks and weird rings of things that I don't fall down, but I do believe sketchy stuff goes down with the rich and powerful. Absolutely, it does. And do I think Elon Musk is doing like some really super shady stuff? No. I think he's doing probably what typical creepy billionaires do. Like, I do. Like, he's probably getting off in weird ways that he can afford to do. And if it's consensual, it's none of my damn business. Do I believe he's, Jeffrey level? No, I don't. But is Amber? Amber seems capable of just bringing all these people out and using these billionaires and exploiting and blackmailing them. Yeah, that's shady shit. And so there's a difference here. I look at this and I see these rich, powerful people doing whacked out shit. And there's probably people at these parties that are doing whacked out shit that need to be exposed. Let's be fair. But I'm more troubled by the fact that she was able to get into this world and use it to her advantage and then start blackmailing everybody to get what she wants and then ride the waves, and then did the same thing to Johnny. Like, you got to, that's the thing I wanted to make sure we talk about, the parallels here of like, she, this was a honey trap for Johnny too. She saw it. She wooed him early on and told him what he wanted to hear and took off the boots. We've heard the stories. She, showered him in praises and became Johnny. She became, let's be clear, she became famous when she started dating Johnny Depp. You can't deny it. She was a Maxim model before that. When she scored Johnny Depp as a partner, he stood up and elevated her brand to a massive level, and she knew it. Mm-hmm. He was at a height of his powers when he met Amber Heard. And so she used him. And it's really sad to watch, and you see this comparison of what she's doing. And I do feel a little bit for Elon, because it does sound like she's using him too. And not only is she using him, she's putting things over his head and trying to, I suspect, make him even more nefarious than he probably even is. Again, I'm not there, I don't know, but I suspect Elon's just an awkward, weird, creepy billionaire who, probably enjoyed watching lesbians do it. Welcome to guys. So what? And it makes me laugh trying to visualize Elon Musk awkwardly at one of these parties doing it. And it is what it is, but it's none of my damn business. Do I think he's doing weirder, crazier things? No, I think Amber was. I think Amber was putting him there. It sounds like Amber's exaggerating and doing more. It all just makes sense based on everything I have from what I've known. And I'm talking about sources I can't tell you about. It all clicks together. So anyway, there's so much to unpack, and I'm giving you probably too much word salad, but I'm still trying to digest all of this because we've never really known so many specifics from witnesses that have come forward to detail these things. And as I read it all and see the whole part about Tasha, like that's how they met. Like here's a picture of Kara, seemingly, I guess these are from these parties. To know, of course she was at these parties. That makes total sense. No, Steph?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not shocked. I am not shocked that she's at these parties.
Lies can be beautiful. By quoted Elon Musk. Yikes.
Yeah, scroll
you
down
are
a
clearly
bit.
not
Right
afraid
there.
of legal actions, not when evidence and eyewitness back up the accusations. Yeah, I mean that's what I was saying, right? Like you don't. There, look, I've criticized Jessica only in that, like, I do think she goes a little salacious sometimes with the Britney stuff, but at the same time, I don't think it's the same here. She doesn't know.
No,
none of us know, and I understand why there's some people who are confused by it all. This is different. She's publishing news out there, and she's clearly she's on paywall. She's putting a target on her back.
She's ready to go
to
she's
a real
ready.
thing here. That it's like, even if I have my own transgressions, because I know some people have had issue with her regarding her Britney coverage, I can compartmentalize that and understand this is a separate sort of thing that I feel like she's really being a journalist on. And and this only backs up my gut, which is like, you don't put this out there if you're not positive. You can't, because these are powerful people, and it makes me think she's got other people in her court to back her up. And again, I'm
why
total
would
speculating.
you go
She's been in. I've seen her. She's in. Talked to Johnny. She's been in that circle. There was the whole hotel room one point during after trial. She was in that room. She knows these people. So clearly she has insight from them. And I'm not saying they've given her any here, but it does feel like, I don't know. She's had it. She has enough resources there to confirm this and be confident to put this out there and not be afraid legally. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was going to say, like, you have sources reach out to you all the time, but if you don't know 100% and you can't fall back completely on it and it's not appropriate, you don't move forward with it, right? Like that's a part of being responsible with the information that you're given, is knowing when to share and when not to. And I can't see her sharing this and putting herself at this much risk if she wasn't sure. You know what I mean? Like it's too much.
Agreed. So this article. Anyway, go check it out. I think it's on paywalled now. I don't know if she's gonna go back, but I applaud. I've always been a fan. There's a few times I've disagreed with certain things, but it always happens. But I applaud her for putting herself out there and really putting it on the record. And I hope others who are involved in the story start speaking out more, because we're never going to, get truth to power unless we call it out. And we need people who are going to be brave enough to stand up. And it takes a few journalists and a few people to start echoing the words to then get it out there, to have people feel more safe to be like, yeah, no, this happened to me, and this, I want to talk about it. So I urge anybody who's out there who's got insight on this or can confirm it to please reach out, whether to her, to me, or other sources. Like, the more we can get this out, the less the media will ignore it. And that's what's so frustrating. You get stories like this, and with images and everything else, how do you, as journalists out there defending Amber, how do you not have pause and been like, I need to look more into this before I keep being so vocally supportive of this woman? You know what I mean?
Just a couple of thanks at my end. Firstly, Claire, thank you so much for the wonderful link tree. Loving the hair today, Steph. Looks like a nice beach wave style. # hot girl summer from Claire. Yeah, Claire, this is can't be bothered hair. Straightened, but I haven't really re-straightened it. So at least it does you. So fair play to that. Also as well, Charity, thank you so much for the link tree. Love you, Steph. Love you too. Thank you so much. Also as well. maybe I'm mispronouncing it. I really, really apologize. Astis. Maria, thank you so much for that wonderful Linktree PayPal payment. Hi, Steph, sending you a little love from Reykjavik, Iceland. Love you, sister. Love you too. Thank you so much. And also as well, AJ Glam, thank you so much for the PayPal, saying for your new home. Yeah, all of it goes to the next new adventure, which I've finally been able to get in contact with a local company that can soundproof my studio, and so they will be doing it. I've got a quote, a bit of an idea of how much it's going to cost and everything like that. So yeah, that's the next thing to get done, next priority, so then I'm not annoying the neighbors late at night with my big gob. So yay. Thank you guys. Love it that you're all supporting her. Kim, what do you got?
I just wanted to say thank you very much to AJ Glam. And again, the same thing. Asdis, Maria, and Charity, thank you so much for your PayPal tips. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for all the love and support today, you guys. You guys have been wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Make sure you guys go to Steph the Alter Nerd. Ooh, I like the Dog the Bounty Hunter video. Lots of stuff you can go check out over on Steph the Alter Nerd. Anything else coming up, Steph?
Yeah, now that I've got the camera, just need to tweak it a little bit more so I don't look that yellow and jaundiced. But apart from that,
just need to set the white balance. Yeah.
Yeah, and decrease the ISO a little bit more as well, methinks. But yeah, in terms of what's coming up, I've already bagged a video in regards to Amber Heard and her sister for tomorrow. Also as well, I'm looking, there'll be another video in terms of Justice for Von McRae that I'm doing, because so many people have asked me to do that. So I've looked into it. Interesting. So you're going to get me opinions, theories, whatever's on that. Also as well, I'm also looking into starting to Jared Leto and his kind of situation that he's got with the Echelon and his band and this Camp Mars. It doesn't look good when you look at it. So yeah, few things coming up. That's not all just Amber and Johnny. So there you go.
Awesome.
Sorry, amazing. Yes, and then it's Kim. You have a new Britney video up.
Yeah, a new one out today. So if you guys want to go show that some love, I would really appreciate it. Just talking about Britney's new music, the rumors that we've heard. I had a bit of a kind of a prediction, and it seems like that prediction's coming true. So I go over that in the video as well. And I'm also on Instagram now. So if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, you can go through my link tree and follow me there. And yeah, that's pretty much what's new for me.
So cool. Appreciate you all. Instagram for Kim, YouTube for both. No Cash App for Kim, though. Only PayPal. We don't get that. And all right, I think Lewis, I'm checking to see if Lewis has... Guys, you're not going to miss this follow-up. I know you've been watching. I see it. It's happening. It's happening. Oh, my gosh. This is going to be so fun. I'm going to have to be watching in the background. Lewis is over at the ECB. That's right. Woo! And I see them.
ECB, you know, where all the magic happens, where all the stuff, you know, there's the elevator of love here with the Johnny Depp situation. And Amy, I've been here for Amy Goodhart. And you know what, man?
Let's go raid the hell out of this show.
Where the hell she's at. I think she ditched me. And I don't know what oh my God! How'd you do that?
Yeah!
Look at this!
Are you like a spirit? Here, have a seat.
Oh my God, I think they're by the pool. All right, I got to wrap up my show. So get ready and go watch this live. I'm so excited. You can get over to Nerd Report. We'll redirect you in a second, but let me do my outro. Oh my God, what a show. We covered so much. You're not going to miss that Ezra Miller story. I had to trim it out because it was very long, but oh my God, it's insane. We got more coming, so stay tuned, but make sure if you missed the full replay when it happened live, you can catch the replay if you missed it live, rather, by becoming a member. Pick a level, hit the join button. You can catch it in my members only playlist over on the main channel page. That's a big one. We also went through the Amber Heard fans who are losing their minds, fighting with each other. Oh, it was joyous. One of the Amber Heard fans says, I have you group are this Scoop is terrible. Oh my God. As we said, correct. Make sure you go also support It's Kim on YouTube as well as Steph the Alter Nerd. They will be here tomorrow night for a ladies' night, a late night ladies' night, and I got a scoop, exclusive scoop you're not going to miss tomorrow. I will be out though because this is the last day in this studio. I'm moving studios. It's bittersweet, but I'm so excited for new things and new journey. I can't wait to bring you guys with me. So stay tuned. If I'm offline for a bit, that's why. I appreciate you guys so much. Make sure you check out Lewis next because, oh my God, look! Amy and Lewis are together. Lewis is at the ECB. There he is, the actual building. You're not going to miss him meeting up with Amy, so go check it out. We'll redirect you if you're watching live. If you aren't watching live, go look up Nerd Report on YouTube and find the building. It's epic. Go see it. Make sure you're subscribed, all that jazz. And thank you for an amazing show, all your amazing support. Love you guys. Emma Rose got the last one in. Thank you so much for the support. We will see you guys soon in the new studio. Adios, everybody. Go over to Nerd Report. Bye.